Imagine this. You're approached by a loved one, desperate for a loan. They haven't managed their money well and need help. You hesitate, knowing their track record, but the thought of them struggling tears at your heartstrings. So you agree to co-sign, hoping it will be a lifeline, not realizing you're teetering on the precipice of financial ruin. This, my friends, is the treacherous terrain of co-signing. Co-signing alone is often painted as an act of kindness, a simple gesture of support. But let me be clear, co-signing is not simply vouching for someone's character, it's putting your own financial well-being on the line. You become legally obligated for the entire debt, regardless of your emotional ties or the borrower's promises. Think of it like this. Co-signing is like handing over the keys to your financial future, hoping the other driver knows the route. But here's the catch. They often don't. You're putting your hard-earned money at risk, jeopardizing your credit score, and potentially facing a mountain of debt that was never yours to begin with. Remember, emotions and finances make for a dangerous cocktail. Before you even consider co-signing, take a step back and ask yourself, is this act of kindness worth risking my financial stability? The answer, more often than not, will be a resounding no. Let's strip away the sugarcoating and expose the raw truth about co-signing. When you co-sign, you're not a backup. You're a primary borrower in the eyes of the lender. That means if the primary borrower, your friend, family member, or significant other defaults, you're on the hook. No excuses, no exceptions. The lender will come knocking on your door, demanding full payment. Your credit score will take a nosedive, making it difficult to secure loans, rent an apartment, or even get a job in the future. It's a financial nightmare you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. Consider this. A recent study found that over 75% of co-signers end up having to make payments on the loan they co-signed. That's a staggering statistic that should make anyone think twice. These aren't just numbers, they represent real people, real families, facing real financial devastation because of a decision made with the best intentions. Co-signing isn't about trust, it's about cold, hard contractual obligations. Don't let emotions cloud your judgment when it comes to your financial well-being. The risks are simply too high. Imagine this. You've co-signed a car loan for your sibling, hoping to help them get back on their feet. Months go by, and the payments are made on time. You breathe a sigh of relief, thinking you dodged a bullet. But then, the inevitable happens. Your sibling loses their job, falls behind on payments, and the car is repossessed. Now, not only are they dealing with the loss of transportation and the blow to their credit, but you're also left holding the bag. The lender demands the remaining balance, and because you co-signed, you're legally obligated to pay. You're shackled to a sinking ship, drowning in a sea of debt that was never yours to begin with. This is the harsh reality of co-signing. You're tying your financial fate to someone else's, often someone who has already demonstrated an inability to manage their finances responsibly. It's like jumping into a lifeboat with a hole in the bottom, hoping for the best, but knowing deep down that disaster is imminent. The worst part? This scenario plays out every single day. Countless individuals and families are blindsided by the devastating consequences of co-signing. Their lives turned upside down by a decision made with the best intentions. Don't become another cautionary tale. We often co-sign out of love, loyalty, or a desire to help those closest to us. We believe in second chances, in offering a helping hand to those who've stumbled. But when it comes to co-signing, good intentions can pave the road to financial ruin. The problem is, co-signing doesn't address the root cause of the borrower's financial instability. It's like putting a band-aid on a broken bone, a temporary fix that masks a much deeper problem. If your loved one can't qualify for a loan on their own, there's a reason. Co-signing doesn't magically erase that reason, it simply postpones the inevitable consequences. Moreover, co-signing can create a dangerous cycle of dependence. By constantly bailing someone out, you're enabling their financial irresponsibility and preventing them from learning valuable lessons about money management. It's a vicious cycle that ultimately hurts both parties involved. Remember, true compassion is not about enabling poor choices. It's about empowering individuals to take control of their finances and build a solid foundation for their future. Co-signing rarely achieves this. Instead, it often exacerbates existing problems and creates new ones. Section 5. The domino effect. Collateral damage of co-signing. The repercussions of co-signing extend far beyond the financial realm. Relationships are strained, trust is broken, and resentment festers when the burden of debt becomes too heavy to bear. The very act meant to strengthen a bond can end up shattering it beyond repair. Imagine the tension at family gatherings when you're forced to confront the borrower about their missed payments. Picture the awkward conversations with your spouse, explaining why your credit score has plummeted and you can no longer qualify for a mortgage. These are the hidden costs of co-signing, the emotional and relational fallout that can linger long after the debt is paid. Furthermore, co-signing can jeopardize your own financial goals. That dream vacation you've been saving for, the down payment on your dream home, all of it can vanish overnight when you're suddenly saddled with someone else's debt. Co-signing is like a ticking time bomb, threatening to explode and wreak havoc on your financial stability and personal relationships. It's a gamble with far-reaching consequences, a risk you should never take lightly. Section 6. Don't be fooled. Co-signing is still debt. Some argue that co-signing is harmless as long as the primary borrower makes their payments on time. Don't be fooled. Even if everything goes smoothly, co-signing still has serious implications for your financial health. For starters, the debt you co-signed for will appear on your credit report, increasing your debt-to-income ratio. This can make it harder to qualify for loans, mortgages, or credit cards in the future. Lenders see you as a higher risk, even if you've never missed a payment. Moreover, co-signing can limit your ability to borrow money for yourself. Let's say you decide to buy a new car or invest in a rental property. The lender will factor in the co-signed debt when calculating your debt-to-income ratio, potentially reducing your borrowing power or even disqualifying you altogether. Remember, co-signing is not a victimless act. Even if the primary borrower fulfills their obligations, you're still putting your own financial future at risk. It's a gamble that's rarely worth taking, even if the odds seem to be in your favor. We all want to help our loved ones, especially when they're facing financial hardship. But co-signing alone is not an act of compassion. It's a recipe for disaster. True compassion involves offering support in a way that empowers, not enables. Instead of co-signing, consider offering practical assistance, such as helping your loved one create a budget, find a financial counselor, or explore alternative solutions to their financial problems. Sometimes the most compassionate thing you can do is to say no to co-signing and offer guidance and support in other ways. Remember, your financial well-being is essential to your own security and ability to help others in the long run. By protecting your finances, you're better equipped to offer genuine support and guidance to those who need it most. So, if co-signing is off the table, what other options are available? Fortunately, there are alternatives that allow you to help your loved ones without jeopardizing your financial future. One option is to offer a smaller, private loan with a clear repayment plan. This way, you're in control of the terms and can mitigate your risk. Just be sure to document everything in writing to avoid misunderstandings down the line. Another alternative is to help your loved one improve their credit score and financial literacy. Offer to connect them with a reputable credit counseling agency or financial advisor who can guide them towards a more secure financial future. Remember, saying no to co-signing doesn't mean you're turning your back on your loved ones. It simply means you're choosing a path that protects both of your financial well-being in the long run. Preventing the pitfalls of co-signing starts with education. By empowering yourself and others with financial literacy, you can make informed decisions and avoid falling prey to risky financial behaviors. Start by educating yourself about the dangers of co-signing, the implications for your credit, and the potential consequences of default. Share this knowledge with your loved ones, especially young adults who may be new to credit and financial responsibilities. Encourage open communication about finances within your family and circle of friends. Break the taboo surrounding money conversations and create a safe space to discuss financial challenges and seek support. While I strongly advise against co-signing, there may be rare circumstances where it's worth considering. However, these situations are few and far between, and even then, extreme caution is paramount. One such instance might be co-signing for a child or grandchild who is just starting out and has a limited credit history. In this case, Co-signing can help them secure a loan for a car or their education, giving them a much-needed boost as they build their financial independence. However, even in these situations, it's crucial to establish clear expectations, set boundaries, and ensure the primary borrower understands the gravity of their responsibility. Consider requiring regular updates on payments and credit reports to monitor the situation closely. Ultimately, co-signing should always be a last resort, a calculated risk taken only after careful consideration of all other options and potential consequences.